guys, Ralph here, and welcome to magnificent Monday here in Connecticut. Magnificent Monday, beautiful day, beautiful day. I always start off with a weather report, don't I? Who cares? My channel, I'll start off with I'm kidding. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. We're going to go at this a little bit differently, okay? Going to make some little different analogies, might make sense to you a little bit more. Now, I played a lot today. Just about 2 hours straight. That's a lot for me. Anyway, let's see what we got left in the tank. Life's good. Life's good, man. Anyway, reminder, nothing until Thursday. I'm going to be off to Penn State, living and sleeping and traveling out of hotels and all this sort of stuff. I am going to do from the hotel room. I am going to do a what I eat in a day video while I'm traveling. For the other channel. I'll put it on the other channel. I'll put it here too. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Food for thought. Anyway, a little bit different. A little bit differently today. Now, as you know, I've said hundreds of times, but we have a lot of new guys here, so maybe you didn't get it. I train a lot of athletes. And the YouTube channel, the name, True Power Trumpet Fitness, is based on treating this athletic endeavor, trumpet playing, like the athletic endeavor that it is. Now, is it overt as sacking a quarterback or dunking? No. It's very, very much more demure than that. We know that. But it is definitely an athletic endeavor, and it has to be treated that way. Guys, tension in certain parts, relaxation and air compression, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And the reason that I got into training athletes, as all you know, I'm very, very athletic, is because after a while, I realized Jerry's concepts transferred directly to athletes. Now, my doctoral dissertation was actually called True Power Pitching. And I have developed an absolute 100% foolproof method, protocol, of letting anybody, just like trumpet, 10-year-old kids to 90-year-old men, throwing baseballs at alarming speeds and never hurting their arm. Sound familiar? If I just changed a couple of the words, have anybody from 10 to 90 playing notes at alarming tone power, range, and endurance and never hurting your lips? Guys, it is the same concepts. Of course, we change a little differently, but it is absolutely 100% the same concepts. Now, spring training has just started down in Florida, okay? And the Mets, I'm a Mets fan, unfortunately. And one of their biggest goobers pitching, Noah Syndergaard. Guys, this guy preens around with no shirt on. I mean, there's not a brain in his head. He just preens around with no shirt on. Not unbeknownst to him that there's not a developed abdominal muscle there. He's just fat, complete and 100% steroid head. Guys, I have a better six-pack than that. At 68 years old. I mean, but, you know, he doesn't know that. It's the whole roid image. Thor is his nickname. But, guys, this guy can throw pretty hard. No, he can throw hard. I'll give him that. He can throw hard for a little bit. 4 or 5 times a year, he says unbelievable performances, and that whets everybody's appetite. But the rest of the time, it's very, very mediocre. And for the most part, he's hurt. He hasn't pitched a complete year in his whole career. And this is his going 6th, 7th year. I'm not even sure. But just big muscle, doing 350-pound squats, 300-pound bench presses. Okay. Now, on the flip side, we have Pedro Martinez. If you take a look at him, now, Thor, Syndergaard, 6'6", 250. Okay, 6'6", 250. He looks like a tight end for the Giants. All right. Pedro Martinez, when he came up at 19 years old, okay, he was 5'11", 147. And was throwing 100 miles an hour right on the black with breaking balls that just froze people in their tracks. He had more stuff than Syndergaard could ever dream of having. Okay? Now, he was just the opposite. He never did an exercise in his life. He ate whatever he wanted, he drank whatever he wanted, and he never exercised. So, yeah, he broke down towards the end of his career. There's no question. But on the way to the Hall of Fame, he put some numbers up that Syndergaard couldn't even fathom. Okay? And that's durability, too. Okay? Innings, pitches, wins, just blows him away in every category. Now, big, strong Noah with all the steroids can't match little tiny Pedro's stuff. Okay? Always hurt, Noah. Pedro never hurt until the end of his career. Now, what does this have to do with trumpet playing? I absolutely compare this. Syndergaard is Stan Mark. Pedro is Maurice, the artist. Okay? Now, nothing against Stan Mark. I have said dozens of times in these videos. He was an excellent lead player for a long time. He held down one of the most iconic lead chairs in the history of trumpet, sitting night after night after night with the greatest trumpet player arguably that ever lived. And he nailed it to the wall. But he was an overblower. He was Syndergaard. He chose to muscle the trumpet. Just like Syndergaard is choosing to muscle the baseball. Now, again, it does work. Just like it works for Syndergaard, it works for the trumpet. You can overblow the trumpet. Now, I've said that dozens of times too, but over the course, the consistency, just like Syndergaard, is not there night in and night out. And the artistry that you get with Maurice is not there for Syndergaard or compared to Pedro, or Stan Mark compared to Maurice. Now, to compare anybody to Maurice is not fair. It's not fair. And I get it. And believe me, I am not knocking Stan Mark. I couldn't have done what he did for 20 years, overblowing or not, until I got chops later on. Okay? So I'm not knocking him. I think what he did was extraordinary. But the two approaches is what I have a problem with. Overblowing as compared to artistry. Big steroid muscles as compared to true power. Pedro Martinez has true power, had true power. Absolutely. There was this tiny little body that he created extraordinary tone, power, range, and endurance. Velocity, endurance, breaking on his, extraordinary what he got out of this little body. Another athlete that had true power for a long time was Allen Iverson. Barely 6 feet tall, weighed 150 pounds, and could jump over, please. They were playing correct. Now, a lot of these athletes and a lot of these trumpet players just inherently have it from birth. They just pick up the trumpet, and with the trumpet, I'm going to say it probably starts with, for whatever reason, the tongue being in the right position, and from there you're off. Pitching, it's a little different. It's a little different, there's no question. Okay? But something to think about. Now, I have a link down there of my man, Luciano Pavarotti, singing La Donna Mobile, okay, back in 1964. Now, you listen to this. You listen to this tone, this power, this projection. You think this guy has tight vocal cords? You think he's sitting, before the concert, have a gadget in his mouth, have a gadget to throw so he can tighten up that vibrating? You think he's doing the equivalent of this? Not even close. You listen to that concert high B at the end, and you're trying to tell me that's not wide open? That's tight anywhere? Why anybody would want to tighten anything other than compress with the tongue is crazy. Is crazy. That is why Luciano, career lasted what? 50 years? In hideous health. But he was singing with proper compression and took all the strain off the vibrating membrane. That's what we're doing with True Power. That's what you have to get. That's what these pitchers have to get. That's what every athlete, run faster, jump higher. They have to take the strain off and put it in different places. And compression is it. Whether it's Bruce Lee, whether it's Pedro Martinez, whether it's Tim Lincecum, or Maurice Andre, Horst Fischer, it's True Power. Anyway, talk on Thursday. I'll try to get that thing up from the hotel room when we get there. I don't know. Wi-Fi and all that sort of stuff. But I will definitely see you on Thursday. I will take orders for mouthpieces. I can't put them in the mail. I will be able to send books, attach books to a... Oh, by the way, guys, think of the books. Guys, that is what the same thing I give to my trumpet players, the same thing I give to my pitchers. Strength, flexibility, and endurance. Guys, if you are not incorporating that into your routine, you're missing an amazing tool in the toolbox. Anyway, that's it. Eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with True Power. Love you all.